What can we do this weekend or in the next week or so to get an influx of cash in our business? We all go through periods of time in our retail business that we need to pump it up. We need to make a little bit of extra cash. We need to make our revenue goals. We need to pay the bills. We have payroll coming up. We all have moments where we really need to push sales this weekend. As we continue our sales series, I want to share with you today a quick way, not so quick, but an easy way and a way for you to think about moving the inventory you already have in a different way. So stick with us. We are going to jump right to it. I'm going to give you some action steps, and we are going to turn the inventory you have and that you're sitting on into some cash flow for you. Running a retail business doesn't have to be so hard. Welcome to the Creative Shop Talk podcast, the go-to podcast for creative shop owners, studio owners, and independent retailers. I'm your host, Wendy Batten, retail business coach and mentor. Each week, I'll share simple, proven business strategies, inspiring stories from fellow retailers, and advice from industry experts. Together, we're going to work to find the success you want from your retail business with more profits in your till and a little more joy in your life. Okay, friends, I want you to imagine, if you don't already, every single thing on your shelf, hanging in your back room, hanging on the walls, everything that you see when you stand in your shop, everything you see when you go into the back room, everything that might be hanging in a storage unit or a warehouse or someplace where you're hoarding. I hate using that word, but a lot of us do that. Every single thing has been paid for. I want you to think of it all as dollar bills. Dollar bills hanging, dollar bills sitting, dollar bills just poking around, hanging around everywhere that you look. When we look at our inventory through the eyes and through the lens of cash, and as it's cash sitting on our shelves and hanging in our stock rooms, it helps us really understand that everything has a value and we need to move that cash. Money is made to flow. So when you're feeling a cash crunch, which we all do, my friends, we all get to that cash crunch position, we can make some fast cash or some quick cash by taking all of those dollar bills sitting around in that back room or in the hoarding closet or in the basement or in that back room, wherever it may be, and turn it over into current cash to help with our cash flow. So when we get into a cash flow problem, it's usually because we have too much inventory or we've overspent, but honestly, usually it's an inventory problem. So let's talk about one of the quick ways or interesting ways and great ways that you can turn all of that dead stock, backroom stuff, all of the things that are sort of weighing you down, not earning you money, they're just money sitting on the back shelf, and turn that into fresh, new products for you, new inventory, new cash flow. And one of the quickest ways to do that, and again, this is for those of you who have back rooms and storage and who don't have a clearance structure in place, and I'm seeing this a lot lately. So I have a lot of clients lately who have come to me and they have back rooms full of stuff, and it's just starting to feel heavy and cluttered and right? This is a wonderful time for you to start thinking about a spring clearance sale or a clear out sale, a garage sale, a blowout sale, whatever you have to do. Recently, I've had clients making really good money in just clearing out the clutter. I'm calling it like going Marie Kondo on your inventory, like taking everything that's not sparking joy, everything that's not earning its keep, everything that needs to just move and have a big clearance sale. Now, there's some ways to do this other than regular clearance sales. I'm not a big believer in continuous sales. If you listen to the podcast a lot, you'll know that is true. But having a couple of big annual clearance sales is a great way to move your dead inventory. And by the way, we all have dead inventory. We all have things that we were sure we're going to sell and didn't, things we make mistakes on, things that arrive into our inventory that we've ordered and they're just nothing like we thought they would be. Or, again, our customers vote with their dollars and we just didn't make the money on it. So instead of holding back those pieces, and they didn't sell at the price you wanted it to, and maybe they didn't sell on a clearance table, get over yourself and get over what you did pay for it. It's dead. It's gone. It's not earning you any money sitting in that back room. Let's move it out, and even if it's just rock bottom prices, and get it out. One of the ways to do this, one of the really simple ways to do this, again, is the garage sale style, the spring clean out, the blowout. I don't recommend we do this a lot, personally. I don't want my shop, I don't want your shop to be known as the discount shop. This is for that annual or biannual or just the big clean out. We're cleaning out our garage. So we want to really think about all those nooks and crannies that you have stuff maybe just sitting, and we want to turn that into cash for you. So again, I have a client recently who came to me and she was just overwhelmed with everything, overwhelmed with mess, overwhelmed with clutter, overwhelmed with, just what to do next. What's the next right step? What do I do? And we realized like she just had so much inventory and so much stuff that hadn't moved and didn't move. And she was just buying and people weren't, she was turning over, her cash flow was okay, but it was just getting out of hand. So we decided inventory was a big issue. And she's blowing it all out. She blew it all out, actually. I have another client. I have this one client made, over $8,000 in a day. I have another client who made $3,000 in a day just last weekend. And it's just from stuff that was sitting, like just sitting. So this money that they're bringing in is going to be able to turn over to be fresh, clean, new, beautiful inventory that will sell, that the clients will want. And the bonus is the back room's clean, the storage rooms are clean, the hoarded room's clean, everything is clean and feeling fresh. So if you're not in the habit of regularly doing markdowns and keeping your stock rooms fresh with only new product, this is an episode for you. And I want to walk you through a few really pivotal, you guys know I can't say that word, really important steps that you can take to make your sale super successful so that you can see really good results as well. You will feel so much less overwhelm, and you'll also have that freedom of the cash flow, right? The cash flow will, the flow from the cash, I guess, will give you that great cash flow that you want. So if we want to Marie Kondo our inventory and get rid of it and see what sparks joy, and we all know that the cash flow will spark joy, and the clean and the less overwhelm will spark joy, I'm going to give you some action steps. So grab a pen. I'm going to give you the steps to take. And the very first one is to assess your mess. This is what I call it. I assess my mess. I've had great success with this when I was running my shop and my workshops were full and back rooms were full, and just it gets a little bit overwhelming. So I want you to take a really honest, good look at your inventory, and not just the inventory that's sitting in your POS system. I want you to go and poke through the bins and the boxes and the piles that you have in your storage unit. I want you to go look through any old stock you might have. I want you to really think about the pieces that you're maybe someday gonna paint or gonna redo or gonna sell or gonna fix. Those ones. Now, those of you that are in that type of business, in the furniture flipping business or the painting business, the creative business, we have a little problem. If you're not in that business, you may not know what I'm talking about. But there are those out there listening that might be nodding their head right now that we have pieces that we've purchased, and we're gonna fix it and make a really good profit on this. I know we're gonna make a great profit on it. But listen, are you really gonna spend the 4 hours that it's going to take you to fix that radio cabinet or that piece? Are you really gonna use all that wood that you've got piled up? I know you got piled up wood. So take a really good, honest assessment of what you have. When I talk about clearing out pieces, when I talk about or when I share about understanding, like moving this product, it can be anything. It can be piles of wood. It can be scrap wood you have. It can be half open cans of paint that you're never going to get to. This is a garage sale. Think of it that way. Big old clearance garage sale. So I want you to really assess this mess that you have. Take a clipboard, walk around, poke around, start jotting down what you have. Like we have bins of this and we have boxes of that. And, you might just have a few things, but you might be one of those people who, like me, being honest, and like some of my clients, there's storage rooms and bins and maybe trailers and back rooms full of stuff. So really take a good look. I also want to give you a tip that those pieces and those products that you might have bought, those projects, I call them project pieces. Now that you're busy and you're busy in your shop and you're trying to really assess the fact that it's going to take you 4 hours, like, are we really going to do this and fix this and go through all these hassles to fix this one piece? You might not, but your clients might. And if you sell the products to fix those pieces, the paint, the paintbrushes, the things that go with that, guess what? If you sell that piece, even at a rock bottom price for $5, chances are, you can get them to your clients to do the pieces. They will buy the products to go with it. So just think of that little bonus on the side. But be super honest with yourself. If you really do have a lot of stuff, you've paid something for it, or it is worth something, even if it's $1. A dollar can buy you another dollar. So you can spend $1 so you can make $3. Think of it that way. For every dollar that you can sell, even if it's a piece of wood for 50 cents or something that you can sell for $1, that dollar can be turned into $3 if we buy inventory, fresh new inventory. So I want you to think about that as you're like, well, I'm only going to get $1 for this, or I'm going to have to really lose money on this. It doesn't matter. You're not making money if it's sitting in the back room. So be honest and assess your mess. That's your first step. The second step is make that decision that you're going to do it. Don't talk about it. Don't tell me about it. Don't share. Don't think about it. Don't ponder it. Make a decision. Make a line in the sand and announce that you're having a clearance date. You can call me and tell me if you want, and I'll hold you to it. But I really want to hold you to it if you need me to. But I want you to be honest with yourself and make a decision. So we're declaring it. We're going to declare that we're doing this clearance sale next weekend. If you want to make cash this weekend, do it this weekend. Make that decision and announce it publicly. Put it on your Facebook page in a quick thing saying, we're cleaning out the storage room. We're going to have a blowout sale. It's on June whatever, or whatever the date is. I want you to declare it. And once we announce it publicly, that's what we call a forcing function. We are now forced to do this. So nothing will make you to take action like announcing something public, right? Or being held accountable to something. So make that decision. Don't sit on it. You've looked at all of this product on your shelves and you've realized it's all just cash sitting there. It's all just pieces of money, just money everywhere. And you're complaining because you don't have money. Let's make a decision and get some money back from it. That's what we're going to do. Make the decision and declare it publicly. I'm telling you, that forcing function is pretty powerful. So the third thing we're going to do is we're going to promote it. So hyping up this sale is what's going to help you win. So you want to hype it, but keep it simple. Do not make it complicated. Don't overthink it. Have it for 1 day, have it for 3 days, whatever you need to do, whatever your situation is, but keep it simple. Don't make it complicated. If you don't want to do it online, one of my clients was like, everybody wants to buy it. They can't make it, so they want to make it online. You know what? After the fact, if pieces haven't sold, maybe we'll do a Facebook Live sale or whatever. But really if people want the really good deals, keep it simple for yourself. Keep it simple for yourself. If people want the items, they will come. If you hype it up enough and you make a big deal, they will come. So I want you to think about promoting it and everywhere. Email, Facebook, Instagram, with local businesses. Go to your local businesses and saying, we're having a big old blowout sale this weekend. Bulletin boards, like there's virtual online bulletin boards. There's actual physical bulletin boards some places. So think about all the different places that you can promote it. Put a marketing strategy around this, but keep it simple. Blow it out. Simple. And we don't have to make this a crazy long production, but you do want to build it up. We don't want to just announce it on Wednesday maybe do one post and say, well, I did a post. Go in the back room, take a picture of yourself, that kind of picture. I'm hoping you can imagine the face I just made, but point to all the things, share a picture of all the boxes that you're going to be sharing, sneak peeks, Maybe we don't sell anything in advance. Maybe like we just like show up on Friday because we're blowing it out. That type of product that builds up excitement. Ask people, ask your loyal customers, your regulars, ask your email list, ask your Facebook clients to share it with everybody and bring a friend. Don't miss out. All of these wonderful words that we love to share with our people. Blow it up, make it exciting, and have fun with it. It can be really a lot of fun. Again, think of the Marie Kondo and the, decluttering and all of those things. How, got to be really messy first and then have fun with it and how good it's going to feel on the other side of this, right? Okay, so then the fourth part is move it. I wrote move it down here. And what I mean by that is really consider your pricing. And I mentioned this earlier, but I want you to really understand that even getting a quarter for something, 25 cents for something that you might have paid $5 for in cost, and you're like hanging on to it with a death grip because no way am I going to sell that below cost. Well, you know what? It's not moving and it's not selling and it's not serving you and it's not making you money as it is. So if it's been sitting for a while, if it's been in your back room, if it's old stock, if it's just, didn't move for whatever reason, move it. Get it below cost if you have to. Move it. I want you to think about moving it. Have tables set up maybe that are like $1 tables. Have, $5 tables, whatever you need to do. Those types of tables, some of the things might be higher than cost at $1. Some of them might have been lower than cost at $1. It will probably eve out. Doesn't matter. You need to move it. So we really want you to detach from what you paid for it and attach a new mantra or a new rule in your head, I guess. I want to be in your head maybe, that we have to just move this. Turn that into some kind of cash. So every dollar that you make from this sale, you can go out and buy fresh new inventory that will sell and will make you more money. This is the goal. It didn't sell. It's been sitting in that back room. I have one client who was just hanging on to all kinds of things because she just refused to sell things below cost. She'd had them on clearance corner in the back. She had done a Christmas or after Christmas blowout. Some things didn't move, and mostly because she had them priced at cost, but they were all things that her customers just didn't love, and they weren't going to pay even what she paid for cost. And we've all done that. We've all made those buying decisions or buying mistakes. That it just happens. That's part of retail. So listen, I convinced her to do this blowout sale, and everything just started moving, and she's like, well, they wouldn't buy it, but how come they're buying it at this price? People, you have to detach from your attachment to it and just let it go, but then make some cash and see the cash flow, right? So I want you to think about that because our intentions to someday sell that again is never going to work, right? It's just never. We want the money now. We want the money now so the money can flow. Don't hang on and don't be attached to it, even if it makes you a little mad. So it might make you a little mad. I don't want to make you mad, but you will start to feel free as it's all moving when you sell it. You sell it all. So I want you to think about all of those steps. So the first step was assess your mess and go in with a critical eye. I'm sitting on your shoulder and we're walking around your storage room. I want you to think of me there with you, okay? So we want to assess your mess. The second part is we want to make the decision on when we're going to do this. We're going to blow all this out. We're going to do it on Thursday through Sunday, and this is what's happening. We're going to declare it publicly. And you can feel free to send me a DM, send me a message on Instagram. I'm at Wendy Batten Biz. I'd love to know. Just send me a message and say, I declare I'm going to do my clearance sale or my spring blowout or whatever you want to call yours. And let me know. I'm going to follow up with you and make sure that you do, because there is nothing like that forcing function. Number 3, we want to make sure we market it. Market. Doesn't matter how big your sale is, how awesome the deals are, all of these other strategies or all of these other ideas and blowing it out are wonderful. But if you don't tell anybody about it, they won't know. So I want you to market it to the very best that you can. I want you to go all out on marketing so that we can have all of the people from your community there hanging out, just waiting for that door to open so that you can clear it all out and blow it all out. And then number 4, I want you to move it. I want you to price it to move it. I want you to think about the way you're pricing it. I want you to be okay with taking a loss. If it's been sitting, I just want you to move it. I want you to move it, move it, move it. I will not sing that for you. So hopefully you're not expecting me to sing that, because that's what almost happened. All right, my friends, I hope you found this helpful. We've been trying to put together some series. This is your sales series. We have lots of podcasts here for you on the Creative Shop Talk podcast. I just wanted to narrow down into some series. So I hope that these sales series will help you increase your cash flow. Really, that's what they were all about, increasing your cash flow. I would love to know if you do a clearance sale on your promotions, or one of your promotions that you're going to do. If you would tag me, let me know. So I want to follow, I want to know. And also, of course, if you're following along in our Rockstar Retailers Facebook group, let us know in there. Share the ad with me. Share something from your sale with us. We'd love to know. I am super nosy. If you've been around for a while, you know I love to follow retailers. I love to follow you, and I want to see what you're up to. So let me know if you do this, and share it with me. So thank you so much for your time and attention today. I hope you found this valuable. We will be back next week. We have a great podcast for you. I'm super excited about some of the guests we have coming up. You guys are going to be so excited, and I don't want to share too much, so I'm not going to. So I hope you'll join us again next week. Have a fantastic week. Thanks for being here, and happy selling. Well, that's it for this week's episode of the Creative Shop Talk podcast. I'm so glad that you were here to join us this week, and I hope you found value in what we're sharing here. I want to remind you that our website has all of the show notes. You can find it at wendybatten.com/podcast. Everything that you need to hear about today's podcast is there. Also an opportunity if you need to reach out to me. If I can support you in any way whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. Make sure you join our Rockstar Creatives Facebook group. We will continue the conversation over there weekly. So thanks for joining us. Please leave a review, subscribe if you can, and never miss an episode. We hope to see you back here again next week. Thanks, my friend. Have a great week.